What's up, YouTube? You checking out the Frequent Flyer, and this here is the Cheerson CX-30. Now, I'm really liking the design of this quadcopter. I think Cheerson's been doing a great job at their design. I mean, their last micro quadcopter that they made, the Cheerson CX-10, I really expressed how I was a fan of the build of this thing. The same holds true with this CX-30. I'm really feeling the build quality of this CX-30. I think they really did a great job. Also, down to there being a hatch for the battery, you know, so that the wires aren't hanging out or anything like that when you close it. I think one thing that is missing is the on and off switch. I think it should have had that. But this comes in a camera version and a Wi-Fi version. This one's neither. I opted to get the one without the camera or Wi-Fi. I'm not sure how the Wi-Fi one works, but I know that it works some kind of way with your phone, and I'm really not a big fan of quadcopters working together with phones to do things. I just had bad experiences with copters that are controlled by your phone and things like that, so I stayed away from that. It comes with this big funky looking transmitter with the star in the middle. This button here actually beeps when you press it, but it does nothing for me with this quad. I'm guessing that it probably has something to do with the camera or the Wi-Fi version, but for the version without the camera or Wi-Fi, it does nothing. It just beeps. The transmitter feels a little awkward at first. The controls feel a little light, but they are precise. So I will say that they're precise. I started to get used to this thing flying with this transmitter. This button here is it has two rates. It starts off in low rates. You press this one time and you hear two beeps, and that'll let you know that you're in high rates. I'm guessing these buttons also change the yaw trim if you hold down on them. This is left and right yaw trim, and this dial up here is the throttle trim, and the dial over here is for forward and backward trim. I thought that was awkward. And left and right trim is here as well. Oh yeah, it takes 6 AA batteries, but you have to unscrew this thing here to get to it. So I won't take the batteries out right now. Actually, when I first got this transmitter, when I first flew it with this transmitter, I really didn't like it. But now I'm happy to say that I figured out that you can fly this thing with the transmitter from the JXD flying car. So it uses the Skywalker protocol for those who like to use the deviation transmitters. So the Cheerson CX-10 actually uses that same protocol, so you can fly it with the little tiny transmitter that comes with the Cheerson CX-10. But I prefer flying it with the flying car transmitter, because you get to fly it at 100% rates, and it has the nice LCD screen where you can see, you know, all the things that you're doing with it, all of the rates and everything. Oh yeah, when I first got this thing, my first flight, well, the first couple flights, I was having a problem with this back cover, because the battery that comes with this thing, let me get the battery out. The battery, this thing is huge. It's a 500 milliamp 25C battery, and it just takes up all the room when you stick it in here. there's really no room for anything else, and I was having problems shutting the battery door. I was sort of afraid to bend these wires up. I usually don't do that, but I think that's what you have to do in order to get this battery door shut. So that's what you're gonna have to do to get the battery door shut. The LEDs on this thing are really bright. They're very bright. The LCDs, it flashes when you first plug it up. Plug the LiPo in, and then it binds on its own. You actually don't have to push the throttle up and down for it to bind. And let's see, you push this side of the control, you push this in, and it'll beep constantly to let you know that you're in flip mode. So now whichever direction you push this stick, it'll flip in that direction. And also on the quad, you can see there's a green light here to let you know that you're in that mode. And once you hit it, that light goes out. So, oh, the LEDs are really bright. And I like the way that they implemented this. But I do have a problem with red being in the front and blue being in the back of the quad. I think that's a little backwards, but it's not much of a problem. Once you wrap your head around that, that's not really a problem. Also, the lights don't turn on and off no matter which transmitter you use. You can fly this thing actually with the WL Toys V252 Pro transmitter, but you still can't turn the LEDs off. So yeah, so this thing, it flies really nice. It hovers really well. It's just a solid flyer. I've come to know that Cheerson products usually do fly nice. With their first micro quad, the Cheerson CX-30, that was really stable and flew nice. And this one continues with that legacy from Cheerson. Let me see if I can get this battery bay shut. So you sort of have to fold the wires up and stuff it in there to get it closed. See there, it's closed now. This thing comes in 4 different color variations. There's orange, there's green, there's blue, and yellow. This is actually the orange version here. Oh yeah, it comes with these blade guards on here, and the blade guards are really nice. I just took them off to try to give the quad a little more aerodynamics, little better aerodynamics when flying in the wind and carrying less weight, because I was flying this thing in the wind and it was struggling a little. I mean, it was fairly decent in the wind, but I did see that it was struggling a little. I took these prop guards off, and it actually flies better in the wind. It handles the wind better like this, and so I've been just flying it like this lately. That's all there is to say about it. Let me see, is there anything I'm missing? No, I think that's, oh yeah, these it comes with these little rubber feet. I ended up having to crazy glue these feet on, because every time I would land, I would lose a foot. Outside, these little rubber things were popping off. Indoors, whenever you land them, they wouldn't stay put. They would just come off. So I ended up just crazy gluing them on, and that worked out pretty well. They don't seem to come off anymore. And so that's all there is to say about it. So let's check out the flight footage. Okay, this is the flight portion of the review for the Cheerson CX-30, and I'm going to be flying it with the stock transmitter. I have it binded already, and I removed the prop guards. So we're on high rates. Okay, as you can see, this thing is really stable. It's quiet. It's not that noisy. The yaw rate is pretty good. These LEDs are really nice and bright. Although they put the red in the front and blue in the back. And fly it around a little bit. This thing is really fast. See, I slowed it down. Let's see if we can check out the flips on it. So the flips are nice and tight. Yeah, so this thing is a pretty good flyer. Quite capable of night flight. The LEDs are really bright. See if we can get a look at the LEDs from underneath. Yeah, so that's all there is to show about the flight characteristics of this thing. So, okay, the Cheerson CX-30. Thanks for watching.